Service. The Internal Revenue Service reminds all male taxpayers that Peter tax time is upon them and that they must file Special Federal Tax Return Form 4638 no later than the 31st of this month. In compliance with recently enacted federal legislation, all males will be taxed according to length. Males with 10 to 12 inches will be required to pay a luxury tax, 8 to 10 inches a poll tax, 6 to 8 inches a privilege tax, 4 to 6 inches will be assessed a nuisance tax, while taxpayers under 4 inches may apply for a refund. IRS cautions that requests for extensions cannot be granted at this time. Supplies of Form 4638 and the free IRS publication 582, Federal Peter Tax Use, providing additional information and instructions, are available at your local IRS office.
More excitement right after this word. Beer, 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 beer. Beer, 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 beer.
When Leonard finally came to California, he was 21 years old, as I recall. He loved to write a song and pick the guitar, and he came to hang a gold one on the wall. The town which he lived is not important, but you'll know which town I mean by the time I'm through. He soon became a famous entertainer, but Leonard was a name he never used. He was on his way to having what he wanted, just about as close as one could be. Hey, once he even followed Elvis Presley, and he wrote a lot of country songs for me. But he laid it all aside to follow Jesus. For years he chose to let his music go, but preaching wasn't really meant for Leonard. But how in the hell was Leonard supposed to know? Well, life began to twist its way around him, and I wondered how he carried such a load. He came back again to try his luck in music, and lost his wife and family on the road. After that, he seemed to bog down even deeper, and I saw what booze and pills can really do. And I wondered if I'd ever see him sober. But I'd forgot about a friend that Leonard knew. Well, Leonard gave me lots of inspiration. He helped teach me how to write a country song, and he even brought around a bag of groceries, hey, back before Muskogee came along. Really, I'm not trying to hide his show name or the town in which this episode began. Somehow I had to write a song for old Tommy, if just to see the smiling faces in the band. Well, when Leonard finally came to California, he was 21 years old, as I recall, and he loved to write a song and pick the guitar, and he came to hang a gold one on the wall.
We were on tour in the southern part of the United States, and we were down, I think it was in El Paso, Texas. and playing concerts. That's the music. I remember the concert ended early. We ran out of things we knew. As the boys went to the car, well, me, I ambled for the bar. I found 16 drunken Mexicans and you. And I just drank enough till she looked good to me. And by the morning, I was sorry that I drank it. Waking up where I did not intend to be. Between the sheets with a pig in the blanket. I woke up the following morning, folks, with such a pounding in my head. Oh, the room was such a mess, strewn with pieces of your dress. So I grabbed that trusty old six-pack by my bed. And I just drank enough till she looked good to me. Tell the truth, children. And by the afternoon, I was well aware that I had drank it. Waking up where I did not intend to be. Cheek to cheek with a pig in the blanket. My friend said, Roy, you'd be much better off to just go home and yank it. But no, here I am, man and wife, with a pig in a blanket.
Advertising turns people off.
This is Horace Enright of the Anti-Advertising Foundation, reminding you that advertising is basic to the obscene and distasteful American way of life. Do not pay any attention to advertisements. Close your ears and your eyes when you are exposed to advertisements. Do not allow advertisements to infiltrate your consciousness. This is Horace Enright of the Anti-Advertising Foundation.
This announcement presented as a public service by the Closed Consciousness Anti-Advertising Federation.
This is KFAT in Gilroy, the garlic capital of the world.
In his cowboy boots, rhinestone suit, and flashy guitar, he makes the rounds with the bars in town, trying to be a hillbilly star. He'll sing all night if you treat him right, buy him a beer or two. Oh, let the honky-tonk stardust cowboy sing to you. He sings the country tunes of bygone days, faded love, San Antonio Road. I love you 1,000 ways. No matter what may be your request, he'll sing it loud and do his best. Oh, let the honky-tonk stardust cowboy keep on singing.
Sometimes in his mind a dream unwinds, for he's called to fame. A brighter lights shine in his eyes while he's singing on the opera stage. Oh, but life goes on. You'll find him home with a dream that turned out wrong. But the honky-tonk stardust cowboy sings his song. He sings the country tunes of bygone days. Faded love, San Antonio Road. I love you 1,000 ways. No matter what your request, he'll sing it loud and do his best. Let the honky-tonk stardust cowboy keep on singing.
There's a picture that I carry, one we made some time ago. When they ask who's in the picture with me, I say just someone I used to know. Just someone I used to spend some time with. Just a flame that's lost its glow. But I don't tell them of the nights I cry without you. I say just someone I used to know. Just someone I used to run around with. Just a friend from long ago.
I don't tell them how lost I am without you.
I say just someone I used to know. I say just someone I used to know.
Well, I went down to the train station just this morning, like the way I've done 100 times before. She was standing 5 feet tall, 385 pounds, and I landed here. And now I'm feeling broken hearted down in my shoes, and I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, I saddled up my horse and I went riding across the plains. I could see her buckboard coming and hear the snapping of her reins. If I don't make the state line tonight, I'll be in trouble deep. I'll hear those wedding bells horse just died today, and I don't know what to do. My corn crop failed this morning. There's been a lack of dew. Oh, I'm feeling broken, tired, and the walls are closing in. I'm feeling lonely down the bottoms of my shoes. And now I'm feeling broken hearted down in my shoes. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. And now I'm feeling broken hearted down in my shoes. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. Now I'm feeling broken hearted down in my shoes. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. And now I'm feeling broken hearted down in my shoes. And I don't know what I'm gonna do. And now I'm feeling broken.
Tears roll down my face. Smiles can't take their place. Living down, hanging around, try to understand. All you gotta do is hold my hand. You don't understand. Try to see the plan. 'Cause if you start to fall into the things you did before, you ain't gonna see me anymore. And it's high time you got something going. Everything you did till now is wrong. Looks like my time. I should be knowing. I should find out before too long. And it's high time you got something going. Everything you did till now is wrong. Looks like my time, it should be showing. I should find out before too long. Well, I should find out before too long.
I've been drinking that Lone Star beer all week, and now I'm passing on the right. And I come all the way from down in Waco, Texas, just to start me a doggone good fight. Well, I'm a jukebox junkie. I like my music funky, and I'd like to be a star. Instead, I'm self-employed as a redneck boy. I don't like to see no weirdos at the bar. Well, I've been living on the highway, and 'cause I'm a certified public agitator. I'm running half a step ahead of the cops. You know a man would be a fool to live the golden rule in a crowd that don't play straight. That's why I'm self-employed as a redneck boy. That's why I'm cruising through the Lone Star State. Well, all the old guys used to ride me, but I put all of that behind me. I got a tricked out Chevy that the old boys can't even find. I made a little trip down to Austin, and the man showed me right where to sign. I got twin stacks of glass packs, a CD and a wrapper rack, but the damn thing ain't even mine. Well, I was listening to a song by Johnny Paycheck on the box, and I was trying to drink my gin. And I was eyeing some young lady, she was showing a lot of leg when a couple out-of-towners walked in. Oh, I know America's great, but these boys was out of state. You know they can only expect what they get. Since I'm self-employed as a redneck boy, and know it's part of my job to kick shit. Well, all the old guys at the pool hall, they say I ought to change my way. I should be out there making money and not carousing around all day. Instead, I'm hanging out with slime and I'm indulging in crime just like all the other hotshots do. Right now I'm self-employed as a redneck boy. I'm just collecting my political dues.
Lay down by the riverbank and climb the cypress trees. Practiced all the games she'd play, imagined who she'd be. Filled her life with fantasies and lived them as realities. When she was her father's child, living in the country. Children all made fun of her, they laughed and called her names. Said she was a country child and she could never change. So she waited all alone, wishing for the time to come when she could leave her father's home, moving from the country. One fall day when she felt brave, she packed up all her things. Went to try the city life and see what it might bring. Went to test the plan she'd made, really live the game she'd played. When she was her father's child, living in the country. Her father's anger followed her, he could not understand how she could leave the country home he built with his own hand. Swore the heathen city scum would ruin her life in days to come. When she left his holy home and living in the country. The years went by, she learned to laugh, she learned to sometimes cry. Then one day she went back home and watched her father die. Silently she shed a tear as she bid the auctioneer sell her father's holy home. She lived in the country. She never thought she'd ever be the woman that she dreamed she'd be when she was her father's child, living in the country.
Them city slicker pickers, they got a lot of slicker licks than you and me. But riding the range and acting strange is where I wanna be. And I just wanna be a cosmic cowboy. I just wanna ride in a rope and a hoot. I just wanna be a cosmic cowboy. A supernatural country, a rock and blues. The Lone Star sipping and skinny dipping and steel guitars and stars. Just as good as Hollywood and them boogie-woogie bars. Gonna buy me a vest and head out west, my little woman and myself. When they come to town, they're gonna gather round and marvel at my little baby's health. I'm just gonna be a cosmic cowboy. What I wanna be. I'm just gonna ride and rope and a hoot. I just wanna be a cosmic cowboy. A supernatural country rockin' blues. Now big raccoons and a harvest moon keep a-rolling through my mind. Home on the range where the antelope play is very hard to find. Don't bury me on the lone prairie, I'd rather play there alive. I'm doing my best to keep my little pony in overdrive. I just wanna be a cosmic cowboy. Oh, that's what I wanna be. I just wanna ride and rope and hoot. I just wanna be a cosmic cowboy. A supernatural country rock and blues. And up is not the way I'm gonna shoot.
I was sitting in this beer joint down in Houston, Texas. Been drinking Colorado Kool-Aid and talking to some Mexicans. And we was, what's that you say? What's Colorado Kool-Aid? Well, it's a can of Coors, brewed from a mountain stream. It'll set your head on fire and make your kidneys stream. Oh, it sure is fun. Yeah, and we was having ourselves what you call one of them real good times. But you know, every beer joint that you've ever been in, some big mean drunk who just ain't got no friends, sure enough wants to fight. Yeah, he gonna whoop everything in sight. Well, sir, he took him a big cold swallow of beer, and he walked over and spit it in my Mexican friend's ear. Well, now, sure enough, that made my buddy real mad, 'cause that's something like he ain't never had. Well, sir, he pulled out a big, long switchblade knife, and quick as a whistle, he began to slice. That big, mean drunk stood back, his face full of tears, looking down at the floor at one of his ears. Well, he cut that thing off even with the sideburn. Now, you might say that that little old Mexican fella he just didn't give a darn. But he was a gentleman about it. He bent over with a halfway grin and picked it up and handed it back to him. And he said, now, big man, you get the urge to spit a little beer, just open up your hand there and spit it in your own ear. Won't be no trouble that way. That's what I heard him say. And I said, barmaid, set us up around to that Colorado Kool-Aid. And while you're up there, bring this fella a box of Band-Aids. Now, let me tell you, if you're ever riding down in South Texas and you decide to stop and drink some Colorado Kool-Aid and maybe talk to some Mexicans, and you get the urge to get a little tough, let me tell you, you better make damn sure you got your knife-proof earmuffs. Hey, ain't that right, big man? I said, ain't that right, big man? Oh, hell. He can't hear, not on this side anyway. He ain't got no ear. Hey, barmaid, bring us a big glass of that Colorado Kool-Aid. How about it? How you doing, big man? You still got your ear in your hand? Hey, Lordy.
Yeah, rambling, scrambling, trying to get my mind untangled, but I never seen nothing in the whole wide world to give me more trouble than trying to love a girl. Like most everybody, I've had bad luck. You know, I've been down and out, didn't have a buck. I've been hired and fired and loved and mistrusted, and 3 or 4 women left me busted. Took my money, took my loving, took my toothpaste too. Rambling, scrambling, trying to get my mind untangled, but I never seen nothing in the whole wide world to give me more trouble than trying to love a girl. I first went rambling a few years ago. Some fool woman, she tried to tell me no. I had an old leather bag, it wasn't even mine. I had a heart full of sorrow and a tangled up mind. She done it. She kept squeezing toothpaste in my ear, said I couldn't leave. Took 3 or 4 steps backwards and gave her a drop kick right in the crotch. Woo! Her eyes lit up and said, oh, you're leaving, yeah. Rambling, scrambling, trying to get my mind untangled, but I never seen nothing in the whole wide world to give me more trouble than trying to love a girl. Yeah, I headed for New Orleans, Louisiana, to all-night drinking and jazz piano. That music in the air will set your toes a-tapping, but them hustling women sent me a packing. Lickety-split, I split. Met a gal down there, said she came from way out west. Said she could roll a cigarette with just one hand. She proved it. She rolled me with the other. Rambling, scrambling, trying to get my mind untangled, but I never seen nothing in the whole wide world to give me more trouble than trying to love a girl. Yeah, I grabbed my bag, I had my hat in my hand. I took the advice to go west, young man. I figured now I'd find to learn my lesson. Me and women weren't messing. Met another and she wasn't too good looking, but jugs, woo. I'm not saying she's a big chick or anything, but one time I did ask her what size bra she wore, and she said 6 7/8. Said, my God, what you measured with? She said, Stutson. Woo. Yeah, rambling, scrambling, trying to get my mind untangled, but I never seen nothing in the whole wide world to give me more trouble than trying to love a horse cart ride. Yeah, when we got to California, yeah, I figured it's time I headed my way. She's talking about us and having a home, and I was talking about us and living in Uncle Henry's basement. She said, what? Said you didn't understand. Proceeded to take 3 or 4 steps backwards and give her a drop kick right in the crotch. I said, honey, I believe in treating women gentle, but first you gotta get their attention. Rambling, scrambling, trying to get my mind untangled, but I never seen nothing in the whole wide world to give me more trouble than trying to love a girl. Yeah, the same thing's happened over again. Every time I meet a woman, she tries to pin you in. Found the only way to handle a woman is keep your bag packed, keep moving, stepping lightly. Eyes forward, proud, determined, masculine. Probably get horny. Can't live with them, you can't live without them. That's why I write so many of these weird songs, I guess. Rambling, scrambling, trying to get my mind untangled, but I never seen nothing in the whole wide world to give me more trouble than trying to love a girl.
What I believe. I believe in rainbows and puppy dogs and fairy tales. And I believe in 8 of the 10 commandments. And I believe in going to church every Sunday unless there's a game on. And I believe that sex is one of the most beautiful, wholesome, and natural things that money can buy.
Well, I'll be. It's a fat gram.
Let's say to not to say, but to say it is as we run from morning light into the sun. The petal of rose asked me once how I treated the steps as we talked. But I say, I thank you for your conquest to what the answer may be. I only know that if you genuinely feel love at any degree, the grass will neither fade or flourish. Only love and remorse to some sky reachers will remain.
Hi, this is the old Cosmic Cowboy here talking at you. I just wanted to say something to that Army punk that just called up. And the people that burn their draft cards aren't necessarily scared. They're facing a lot doing that. I mean, I've been there. I've been in that Army. And I don't blame them for doing what they're doing. Go for it, man.
You can go for it by making your very own Fat Gram. Just call 378-FAT-1 in San Jose. A recording will tell you how your Fat Gram can even be the Fat Gram of the month. That's 378-FAT-1.
Up this morning, everything seemed all right. My woman called me from New York City. Said, darling, did you sleep well last night? She told me I got 3 checks in the mail. She said, I got a refund on my union dues. But when I woke up this morning, I must have had someone else's blues. I swear I don't know why. I don't know why I feel this way. Well, I got someone else's blues. In the midst of an almost perfect day. Any more money? All my cavities are filled. If I pull my hand outside my pocket too fast, I might drop a couple of $50 bills. I got more dope than I can smoke. I got more chicks than I can use. Somehow when I woke up this morning, I guess I had somebody else's blues. I swear I don't know why. I don't know why I feel this way. You know, I got someone else's blues in the midst of an almost perfect day. Trouble belongs to. I wonder, did he do a murder? Great God, what did that man do? He's a no good lying rascal. But I guess he's pretty smart, 'cause he's outside having himself a real fine, sweet, happy time. And his blues are right here breaking my heart. I swear I don't know why. I don't know why I feel this way. Someone else's blue in the midst of an almost perfect day.
a carnival balloon dancing in the wind, tugging like the thought of, will she come again? Shameless moonlight on a brand new love affair, each afraid to ask out loud, do you really care? Let's talk to each other, say what's to say. If we're ever gonna understand, then that's the only way. Let's talk to each other, say what's to say. Can't you hear me crying out, please don't go away. Well, expensive suits and shoes don't suit my style. I wonder if I can make her see the reason why. Blind man on a corner, a cripple on a stool, each of them at least know what they cannot do. Talk to each other, say what's to say, it's the only way. Let's talk to each other, say what's to say. Can't you hear me crying out, please don't go away.
Under the rules and regulations of the Federal Communications Commission, the boss of this here radio station can be fined $10,000 and sentenced to 10 years in a federal prison for not painting or transmitting tower in the officially approved way. You, as a listener, should know that FCC Regulation 17.23 can also hold you responsible for listening to any station with the tower not painted in accordance with your particular demographic profile. Red towers are for mongoloids, white is for Navy and Marine pilots, green is for incorrigible criminals, and blue is for beatniks. Unpainted towers are the exclusive set that listens to Fat Radio, namely drooling idiots, hippies, and bedwetting commie fascist pinkos. Make sure you know what color is painted on the transmitter tower of your choice before you listen. It just might save your life.
Well, run, oh Molly, run, oh Molly, run. Timber's gonna beat you to the bright shining sun, to the bright shining sun, oh Lord, to the bright shining sun. Now in California, oh Molly, done as she please. Come back to old Kentucky, she got beat with all these. She got beat with all these, oh Lord, beat with all these. Well, Timbers was a big bay horse, he had a shaggy mane. He run all around Memphis and he beat the Memphis train. He beat the Memphis train, oh Lord, he beat the Memphis train. Well, see that train coming, it's coming round the curve. And there comes Timbers running, he's straining every nerve. He's straining every nerve, oh Lord, straining every nerve. Well, Tim Brooks said to Molly, what makes your head so red? It's running in this hot sun with a fever in my head. With a fever in my head, oh Lord, a fever in my head. Well, Tim Brooks said to Molly, you're looking mighty squirrel. And Molly said to Tim Brooks, I'm leaving this old world. I'm leaving this old world, oh Lord, leaving this old world. Get it, Donald? Well, Kuiper, Kuiper, you're not riding right. Molly's beating old Tim Brooks clean out of sight. I said clean out of sight, oh Lord, clean out of sight. Well, Kuiper, 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 my son, give old Tim Brooks the bridle and let old Tim Brooks run. Said let old Tim Brooks run, oh Lord, let old Tim Brooks run. Well, women are laughing, children are crying, men folk are hollering, old Tim Brooks a flying. Said old Tim Brooks flying, oh Lord, old Tim Brooks a flying. Now someone catch old Tim Brooks, hitch him in the shade. We're gonna bury old Molly in a coffin ready made. In a coffin ready made, oh Lord, in a coffin ready made. Well, I said run old Tim Brooks, run oh Lord, run old Tim Brooks, run. Thank you.
A part-time maid, but I'd like to be here when she's here to see what she gets paid. And there's pink lipstick on the sheet, dear. Did you know that I wear red? But all I want to know is who's been sleeping on my side of the bed. Now if I were you, I'd take a little walk and just think about what I've said, and come back here with an alibi or keep walking instead. 'Cause I think I've got a pretty tight case and I've left a lot unsaid. But what really burns me up is I've been a share in my bed. Second thought, if I were you, I think I'd say goodbye. 'Cause I ain't in the mood, dear heart, to hear another lie. You look a little sickly, love, your face is turning red. And all I want to know is who's been sleeping on my side of the bed. All I want to know is who's been sleeping on my side of the bed.
I've got an aching in my heart, arson on my mind. I'm gonna burn your playhouse down. I've got a badly broken heart. Yes, I've had it from the start. You're giving me the run around. Now if you play with fire, it's sure to burn. Don't miss all of my life. Go on, be on your way. I've had my say, well, honey, I'm through with you for life. You'll find there's one in every yard, and I'm getting mighty tired. I'm gonna burn your playhouse down. heart, arson on my mind. I'm gonna burn your playhouse down. I've got a badly broken heart. Yes, I've had it from the start. You're giving me the run around. Now if you play with fire, it's sure to burn. Don't miss all of my life. Go on beyond your way. I've had my say. Well, honey, I'm through with you for life. I've got an aching in my heart, arson on my mind. I'm gonna burn your playhouse down. Now don't pretend this is the end, 'cause this time we're really through. While you were running around, burning up the town, well, I set my trap for you. I've got an aching in my heart, arson on my mind. I'm gonna burn your playhouse down.
She arrives in all her splendor each night at 9 o'clock. Her chariot is a crosstown bus that stops right down the block. Now the old piano minstrel plays a tune as she walks in, and the queen of the silver dollars home again. She's the queen of the silver dollar. She rules the smoky kingdom. Her scepter is a wine glass, and a bar stool is her throne. Now the jesters flock around her, trying to win her favors, to see which one will take the queen of the silver dollar home. Now the royal dress is satin, it's shabby and it's torn. The royal jewels are rhinestones, the shoes are scuffed and worn. Of the many roads she's been down and the places that she's seen, well, they all look at her and say, God save the queen. She's the queen of the silver dollar. She rules the smoky kingdom. Her scepter is a wine glass, and a bar stool is her throne. Now the jesters flock around her, trying to win her favors, to see which one will take the queen of the silver dollar home. Now the queen of the silver dollar is not as haughty as she seems. She was once an ordinary girl with ordinary dreams, but there's a man